Hi, Preston Stanlow with Home Inspection Carolina, and it's my green screen back there, but not being used at the moment. But today's video is about how to become a home inspector. Get that question a lot. Hey, I'm interested in changing careers, or I'd like to know how to become a home inspector. So how do I do that? Now, obviously, I'm in North Carolina. I own Home Inspection Carolina. We do home inspections in North and South Carolina. We're right here on the line. So I can speak about how to be a home inspector in North Carolina and South Carolina. And a lot of it, they piggyback off of other states as well. So the question you got to ask is your state licensed state or is it not licensed? If it's a licensed state, it's probably going to have some regulatory. In North Carolina, it's under the Department of Insurance, and we'll talk a little bit more about that soon. And I'll show you exactly how to get to that. In South Carolina, it's not the Department of Insurance with them. It's gosh, I got that card in my wallet, but it's like with their contractors and whatnot, the same people there. But usually, if you can get to the website, you can find out the information. There's usually going to be some classroom, and there's going to be some training on site, that sort of thing. In North Carolina, you have to have 120 hours classroom and 80 hours out in the field, and then you have to pass a test, which I think is 200. It's been a long time since I take it, but 200 questions, I think. About all kinds of inspection stuff, and I recommend that there's sponsors listed on the website. A lot of them have kind of a weekend course prior to the test. I highly recommend taking those, because they'll throw you some curveballs on that test. But anyway, I'm going to take you now to the website and show you kind of a little bit more of what's involved, and to make sure that if you decide to go down that route, that to make sure that you get somebody who is recognized as a sponsor for your state. All right, let's go to the website. All right, well, here you go. Now, again, this is how you become a home inspector in North Carolina. Very similar in other states that have license, but where your information would be and where we're licensed and who regulates us, it's the Department of Insurance. So if you go ncdoi.gov, Office of State Fire Marshal, and that's who regulates us. So if you go down to Home Inspector Licensure Board, this will give you a lot of information, including how to become licensed in North Carolina. And I can tell you ahead of time, as we're looking, it might take me a second. It's been a while since I've been on here, and they've changed the website around. But usually there's an education section. This is a really good website for information and whatnot. Inspection report, home inspection. Let's see, buyer's right to inspect, licensure, apply for the license, exam schedule, licensee login, directory, pre-license. Okay, so you would want to go, if you're interested in becoming a home inspector, you're going to want to go to the education part. Continuing ed and sponsors. So that's the thing. You don't want to take a course to be a home inspector, and you want to be a home inspector in North Carolina and it not be recognized by them. So this would be where you would check. So let's look at pre-licensing. I can tell you it's 120 hours in the class, and then 80 hours in the field. So these are some of the sponsors you can check out. We like that second one there, the Home Inspection Training Center. They're out of Burlington. Inspector Nation is another name for them. Home Inspector, the American Home Inspector Training Institute, Marion Peoples, Central Community College, Internachi, National Property Inspection, Inspection Certification Associates, National Institute of Building Inspectors, and that's what somebody would fill out if they wanted to be a sponsor. But I would go here first to make sure that whichever route you're going to go to get your 120 hours and then your 80 hours of field is to make sure that they are recognized, because it would probably be a waste of time if you did it and they weren't recognized. So I think if you yeah, they'll have like their information here. But again, to be licensed in North Carolina, it's going to have to be 120 hours classroom, and then another 80 hours in the field, and then there'll be a test that you will have to pass. And it's been a long time since I've taken it, but I think it's 200 questions. And a lot of these education things have like there's Internachi, Central Piedmont College, Community College. They have a class. And a couple of the inspectors that work for us have been to a couple of different ones. So I'm not, saying this one's better than that one or whatever. I'm just telling you what's out there, but make sure before you take a class that it is recognized by the state, because you don't want to be, wasting your time on that. So those are pre-licensing sponsors. Once you get your certification, you have to take 12 hours of CE each year. 16 one year, but I think they throttled it back to 12. So there's your continuing education. It's probably going to be a lot of the same ones, I would think. Sorry about my computer's running a little bit slow here. Usually one mandatory update and 2 electives. Yeah, I'm going to look at some of this stuff and see what they've changed this website since the last time I was on it. Let me see if the list of sponsors is probably the same as it was for pre-licensing. Let's see what the sponsors here says. And obviously you can see a directory of the people licensed. I think if you can elect not to be on that list, though, if you want to be, not to be, I think. Most people want to be on it because they want to be found. Let's see, sponsors, probably going to be the same. Yeah, so here's all, yeah, this is pretty good here. Sponsors, oh, this is for your, if you want to do your hours, your 80 hours. All these people here are sponsors. You can do your 80 hours of, after you do the 120 classroom, you can do the 80 hours ride along. So here's all the different people that are sponsors for that that you can do. So anyway, I hope that's been helpful. Just to sum it up, in North Carolina, if you want to become a licensed home inspector, if you are you have a engineering degree, I don't think you have to do this. I'll have to double check that. But for most people, it's 120 class hours and 80 hours in the field. Go to the North Carolina Department of Insurance, NCDOI, Office of State Fire Marshal, and look for the sponsors, of who you could train with and that sort of thing. And then you're going to have to pass a test. So anyway, this is Preston Samuel with Home Inspection Carolina. Hope that's been helpful on how to become a licensed home inspector. Some states are licensed and some aren't. North Carolina and South Carolina are both licensed states, so you're going to have to follow their requirements. I don't think Georgia's licensed. Usually in those states, kind of what takes the place of it is some of your, if you're the associations kind of have their own process that you can pass some hurdles in that, and that's sort of certified. I don't. If I say one organization, I don't say the other. I get some hate mail and whatnot, or hate email or whatever. But there's a couple of organizations out there that both provide. Well, there's 2 that provide good information. So, anyway, this has been Preston Sallin with Home Inspection Carolina. Thank you for watching. Please think about subscribing down below if you haven't subscribed to my channel, and we'll try to keep providing some good content for you. And thanks again for watching.